So this is the USDCAD analysis for Tuesday, the 7th of November. Now, let's just have a look what happened with prices. So we were expecting prices to go up to the 129.44 level. We didn't quite get there. Instead, we stalled at 129. So we did see we stalled there at 129, and we did see some sell side momentum come into the market. Found a bit of support here. I think it's a bear flag is called in around a 200 period average. We've come up and we've had a news catalyst. I think it was NFP actually. We did see some sell side momentum come. We broke below this 27.78, which was a very strong level of resistance in the past. So we were looking for it to hold the support, but due to the fundamental news catalyst, we did break below it. Now, on Monday, we do usually see counter trend moves. So we do see retracements on a Monday before we get continuations on a Tuesday, possibly to a Thursday before we get to a new trend direction. So what do we see here? We did see the counter move coming into, well, pretty much near the end of Friday actually. Here on Monday, we did open up and we did go for another test. So we've tested this 27.78 on 3 occasions. We've had it on pretty much on the Friday and on the Sunday to an extent, and here on Monday. Well, not here on Monday. Yesterday on the Monday, the 6th of November. Now, so we did see this 127.78 hold. It was tested 3 to 4 occasions, and we've seen sell side momentum come into the market. So where would we target? So we're currently down at these lows here, so we'll have to see if it holds us some minor support. But ultimately, we're looking for dynamic levels and horizontal levels. So we do have the 400 period average just here. We'll look to see if prices do hold that before it goes on for another retest of 127.78, above which you'll be looking for the 128 round number and this 200 period average here in blue. But yeah, 200 period average here in blue. So the downside, if we do not hold this 400 period average, if we don't hold the 400 period average, we definitely be targeting this 126.22. That's the very next logical level where we might see some buy side momentum come back into the market. We may not retrace all the way back up to 127.78, but we do possibly see some buy side momentum, at least targeting the 400 period moving average. Now, let's just see where we are. We're at 27.13, 26.22. Yes, I would expect that to be the lower end of the range, in around at 126.22. Might trade slightly below it, but I can't imagine price will get all the way down to 125.30 beneath. So 126.22 to the downside, 127.78, and possibly up where we had it before we had a news candle. Let's just see where that is. To the upside, let's just see where the extent of the range could possibly be. Let's just bear with me a second here. Let me just see where that is. So the open was at 28.26. So if we do successfully navigate 27.78, we'll look at 28.27. So all the way up at here, up at 28, just to say 28.30, just to have a nice round about 28.30. We'll see how prices react in around 28.30. Again, we've got 200 period average up there as well, and also it was the height of the news related candle. So let's just have a look at the higher time frames before we wrap up here on the US dollar CAD. So on these higher time frames, let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at daily chart. On the daily chart, we do seem to have had a bit of a turnaround in the most recent trend, and as indicated just here, we've had some selling momentum coming around at 129. Let's just grab this. Let's clean that up a bit. So we had the sell side momentum coming to market. We've had 4 consecutive bearish candles just there, closing near their lows, indicates some strong buying momentum. Strong selling momentum, sorry. I was getting ahead of myself. So we did see some strong buying momentum coming around at 20.63. We've had a bit of a pullback, and we've continuation. Now, in light of the most recent trend being to the bearish to the downside, we'd likely be targeting this 20 period moving average here. We might find some dynamic support. We did say 126.22 was our very next level, but we've also got a 400 period average as well. But this 20 period moving average here on this daily chart is currently sitting at 126.67. So in around at 126.67, we might see some support for another retest of 127.78. But again, it might just be some minor support, so you have to be aware of that. let's just have a look. Yes. So sell side momentum, recent trend. Let's just have a look at a weekly time frame. So on this weekly time frame, we can see here. I'm just not going to get pen out. We can see we've had a strong bullish momentum to the upside, and pretty much last week we had a bearish close to the week, and we do seem to have a lot of selling momentum coming into this week. So far, so we might see some further retracement in the US dollar CAD, possibly all the way down to this 125.30 before we might see some bullish buy side momentum re-enter the market for a move all the way back up to that 129 and 124. So yeah, we're currently we do appear to be biased to the short side in the short to medium term until we do get some till we do get a fundamental catalyst which is more supportive of the dollar. Part of the strength of the Canadian dollar is likely the breakout that we see on oil. Oil has broken out and does appear to be heading towards $60 a barrel. So that would affect positively the Canadian dollar, despite their central banker, I think it's Pozzo, being somewhat cautious in indicating further rate hikes in regards to the Canadian economy. Plus, we also had some bearish data come out in regards to the Canadian economy as well, due to the strong appreciation of the Canadian dollar over a short period of time. So overall, we do seem to be heading for some more bearishness of the US dollar against Canadian dollar until we get fundamental catalyst turnaround. So, yep, that should wrap up the US dollar Canadian dollar analysis for the 7th of November. So before I go, LCS, like, comment, subscribe.